Hey guys, welcome back to Music Talk with John. Today I'm going to show you some albums that I picked up recently, hitting just different thrift stores, not one in particular, but just kind of picked up some stuff here and there. This is stuff I took a shot on. One guy in particular in this selection here, I saw a documentary on him not too long ago, I think on Amazon, and I was kind of interested in his music. So I gave him a shot, and there's a couple other artists in here. I'm like, let's just go for it. Let's see what we see how they turn out. You know, like I said, you pick them up for 50 cents or something like that, $1. So just go ahead and go for it. So anyway, I'm gonna go through these thrift store. I don't think there's any yard sales. I think it's just all thrift stores. So thrift store finds, new pickups here. So anyway, sit back, kick your feet up, and let's talk music. Okay, so let me share with you my recent pickups here. Got a couple, as you can see. I was trying to think of the song that I liked by this guy too. The first artist is Lightfoot, and I think the song was on one of these. Actually, was it? You know, maybe that's why I was kind of disappointed, because that song wasn't even on there. The one I got from him was Gord's Gold, so I guess this was his greatest hits, and it was a 2-album set. And Sundown, that's the song I like. That's a cool song, Sundown, if you ever heard that from him. It's actually a true story about his relationship, and this is the guy I was actually watching the documentary on Amazon. So it's a true story. He was I think divorced, and he was dating somebody. I forgot if she was part of his band or something with the music industry, I thought. But the story is that she was promiscuous and he was jealous. So this is Sundown's basically a song about a guy that's like, you know, I know what's going on, and he's kind of giving the other guy a warning. Look, sundown comes around, better not catch you down that back door. So it's a cool song. I just like the melody and everything to it. So I thought maybe he has more songs that I'm going to enjoy, but fortunately I just didn't get into them. I know a lot of people like Lightfoot. And there's good lyrics, and the music's good, and it sounds a little country in parts, but the album just didn't do it for me. I listened to everything on here, and just didn't work. But definitely going to put it back out there, because the albums are in good shape. There's no issues with them. They're black vinyl, not a scratch on these guys, so they're in really good shape. The album covers in decent shape. You got a little bit of wear back here, but other than that, it's not bad. But one thing I noticed when I picked it up, and I also want to point out, and maybe it's just me, but doesn't this look like Bryan Cranston a little bit from Breaking Bad? Obviously before he shaved his hair and everything, but this to me looks like a young Bryan Cranston. So I don't know why. Anyway, so I had that, and then for some reason I didn't notice it, but this album was, because there's a gatefold on this, it was in there, and I didn't even notice it when I picked it up, and it looks like it's a different album. Cold on the Shoulder. So I don't even think Sundown was on this either. Tree Fine, nope, wasn't. So really good copy of this album. So I don't know if, I'll have to try to remember where I got this from to see if maybe the album's there, the cover, and this is just missing from it. So I'll take a look. But the albums are in really good shape. Whoever had this collection kept their albums in good shape. I have a feeling. Here's another one too. Now, see, I don't even know how I got this, because I can't remember if this was in there or not, but this is another one. Oh, it's another copy of Gord's Gold, album 1. For some reason, I have another copy of album 1, so I don't know. I'll find somebody who likes Gordon Lightfoot, and we'll go from there. And there was a couple other Gordon Lightfoots here. Old Dan's Records, and Old Dan's Records was kind of a cool song. I like that one, but the rest of the album just didn't really do it for me here. And no Sundown again. So anyway, it was this one. And it just has a pretty plain cover, and the person who had it labeled them here, I guess, on their albums. So I don't know how he had that. If he had it down into something and had a file cabinet or something. That's interesting, but I would never put tape on my album cover. And I thought he had a cigarette there, but I guess that's a toothpick in his mouth. This album, not a pop, clean. I mean, it's just clean. So definitely, whoever's somebody in the Gordon Lightfoot, this is a good copy for them. There was no, when I listened to it, no pops on this album. And it sounded clean. So, and then the last Gordon Lightfoot I have here is Cold on the Shoulder. So looks like a relationship in distress or something. She's kind of looking over her shoulder. Anyway, this is another album just in really good shape. And these are the covers that came with it. So whoever had it knew what to do and how to take care of their records. So these albums they did a good job keeping them clean, and the covers aren't that bad, because this album was when this come out, 1975, so it appears to be an original, so it's been around for a while. Next one I picked up, I always liked one half of this group, but I never gave the other half a shot as far as their solo career goes, and that's Simon and Garfunkel and Art Garfunkel. So this album started out, I liked how it started, Traveling Boy, but it got a little too, I mean, it's not folk, but just too adult contemporary, I guess, just too soft after a while, and too pleasant on the ears, I guess. I mean, he's got a great voice, you can't deny it, but just as I went along, I kind of got bored with the album. So it didn't really go anywhere for me. It's unfortunate, because I always wanted to check him out. So maybe he has other stuff I should try out. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment for me. But black vinyl, clean. I mean, I don't know if this came from the same collection as the Gordon Lightfoot, but it's clean. Somebody took good care of it. I don't know if it tells you when this came out. 1973. So it's now almost like 49 years old, and it's in really good shape. So Art Garfunkel fans, keep an eye out. It's going to go back out to you. Here's another one. I've always liked Don Williams. He's like a gentle giant as far as I kind of saw him. I was a little kid when I checked him out. I had an uncle that was big into Don Williams. And but unfortunately this album had actually no, this one didn't have any. Well, there's some noise at the beginning, some pops on there. But this album itself just didn't move me at any time. So I don't know if I just need a good greatest hits from him, because the songs that I remember my uncle listening to just were so nice and pleasant to hear. But this just wasn't one of those albums. This came out in '75 too, so all these were around the '70s, so you can see the collection that this person had. And it's definitely that person, that Gordon Lightfoot, because he put the label up there. So anyway, I'm going to still keep an eye out for Don Williams stuff. I just haven't found anything in good shape, and I don't know if he was popular enough, but he inspired like Clapton and some of the rock artists in the 70s. Next one, I always wanted to check her out. I always liked her voice. She had this Emmylou Harris. This is Blue Kentucky Girl. She did an album with Mark Knopfler, All the Road Running. Loved that album. Those two together sounded freaking awesome with his guitar work and her vocals and his vocals together. That I would love to have on vinyl. I haven't seen it. But this album just, I don't know, it just went nowhere for me. It was just kind of, I don't know, nothing really stuck out for me, and it's a shame because there's good musicianship on here, great voices. I don't know who else was on this. Ricky Skaggs was on here playing the fiddle. It's interesting. Thought he was a big guitar guy, but I guess he played fiddle. So yeah, it just didn't go far for me. This was out in 1979, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for some more Emmylou Harris. I'm not giving up on her. The album itself, good shape again. Has the original cover in here. I guess that's her guitar and her boots. and you have lyrics over there. And the album is, I'm surprised because the guy had nice sleeves, but he kept this one in here. Or maybe, maybe this wasn't that part of that collection. But anyway, and the album's clean, no pops on it, so good copy. So anybody into Emmylou Harris, be on the lookout, because it will be going back out there. Next one is, I gave her a shot and I probably knew better. Carly Simon. I have 2 of her albums. I do like You're So Vain, and now that I know that Mick Jagger did backup vocals on the chorus, I can't not hear Mick Jagger now. So when you hear that song, try not to hear Mick Jagger now that you know Mick Jagger was on that song. What was the big song on here? So this album came out in '78, I believe. You Belong to Me, Boys in the Trees, Back Down to Earth, Devoted to You, The Bat, Fly, and Me Face. Haunting, Tranquillo, You're the One, In a Small Moment, One Man Woman, For Old Time's Sake. Yeah, just didn't do much for me. And I guess I was reading something about this cover, and she was actually naked, and then the artist painted the clothes on. I don't know how that worked, but something about that. She was naked or something on the front of that. Anyway, there's your inside. It's gatefold, and so that's the whole room there on the front cover. But the album's in good shape. All these albums are in really good shape. I was surprised, and they took the time to actually put it in a nice sleeve. So I don't know if anybody's looking for Carly Simon, but they kept the original sleeve in here. So pretty cool. The second Carly Simon is No Secrets. And I guess there are no secrets if you look at her shirt there. That's interesting. Well, I guess that's art. Anyway, I don't know if there's any big hits off of this one either. Oh no, this is the one with You're So Vain on it. And that was the highlight of the album, and just about the only part of the album I remember. Embrace Me, Child, yeah. This came out in '72. Wow, You're So Vain is that old, huh? So I don't know what the story is behind this with Mick Jagger joining in there, and I don't know if he did any backups on anything else on here, or if he just stepped in for that. Now I do see Jim Gordon's on here on drums, and that's the guy who played with Clapton and was part of Derek and the Dominoes. So he's Ray Cooper, Carly Simon. Hear my dog over there shaking it off. Where's You're So Vain? You're So Vain. I don't even see the credits there for old Mick, unless they put it somewhere else. Anyway, album's in good shape, nice and clean, no pops on it, and I mean, they kept it in good shape. Maybe they didn't even listen to these albums that often. Who knows? But I don't know if you'd call that a classic Carly Simon album with that song on it. Not sure. And then the last one I picked up, I just kind of went with it on a whim. I knew it's a B.J. Thomas, and this is Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. It was a song from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And I always liked Raindrops, and there was another album he had. My parents had it on vinyl. Don't I remember now. I think he even went into the Christian realm at some point. But I didn't really think about it. But this album's produced, mostly written by Burt Bacharach, and he does mostly your, I guess you could say, standards movies. Wrote for Barbra Streisand. So these were basically that kind of music, and it just didn't do anything for me. The big one on here is Raindrops, and I still like that song. It's a nice song, but other than that, it just gets a little kind of cheesy for me, I guess. But whoever had it kept it decent shape. A little bit of wear on here. Album's in good shape. There was I keep saying it, but there's no pops, and that's what I listened for. And the quality was good. Just again, just wasn't for me quite. But I'm glad I get into these, and I don't think this is like a downer video or anything because I didn't get into these albums. It's the hunt, and there's going to be videos coming up where I found some other things too that I'm just not going to have time for this video, but that I was really happy with. So got some good stuff coming up soon. Album's in good shape. Needs a little bit of cleaning, but not too much. So So anyway, that's those are my finds, my recent finds at thrift stores or whatnot. And again, I appreciate you guys watching, and definitely hit that subscribe button. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about these albums. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you think I'm crazy because I don't get into these. But anyway, let me know. So like, subscribe, and appreciate you watching. And until next time, enjoy your music.